They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Got it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one. I got one. Ready?
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 55. They can't hang with us. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Get that quarterback. Hey, seam six. Seam six. Check Mike. Check Mike. Watching the five. Hey. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Go.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, he gets it to Thomas. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Hey, Foxtrot. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check tight. Hey, high 7. 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. You must be dreaming. Mike, 55. Check.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cody Latimer, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch twins. Watch twins. We're going to 53. 56 to Mike. 50. 81. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Big Ed.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20.
These two teams all tied after one.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, do.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he finds McLaurin. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Switch.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw.
54. Mike 54. Watch the pass.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. So we got man.
Big grip.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check. Watch 54. Watch now.
Now Allen on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pull it together.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete, Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Fielded at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the 45 on second down, Allen. And this is Latimer, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Here we go. 18 gainer.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
5.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
55's Mike, guys. 55. Here it goes. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Wild Bill. Mike.
Now Allen again. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64. Win. Hey, Alpha. Check. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on first down. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Exit. 5. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, G. All day.
From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run, Peterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Mike 55, Mike 55.
And now they'll throw with Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Get it.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Peterson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Orbit. Here I come. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go. Hey, check 5.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And Latimer's got it. But he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Peterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Who that? Go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. 61, matchbox lights. He's checking. Crash. Hey, seam 6. 53. Hit it.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First down, Dallas.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Elliott running right. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, let's go
Prescott down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys 13.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Get the ball. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check.
Hey, high 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54. Ready.
Throwing now is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Your shot.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Breaks through the contact. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Redskins take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Allen. Here's a screen to Powell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We want it. Come get it.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flip, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Tackle.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Check 56. You gonna get this one? You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline now for the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
26, Redskins 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Check 99. Check 99. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Smooth.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
And what?
From the 30 on second down. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd down. It's Elliott, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and then taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Hey, exit. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Hit it.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, look at the juke. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line. Today's final score